had a very pleasant morning and night. That's almost noon. There's a weird weather pattern and it very abruptly turned from beautiful, nice, good sailing to pretty wild. We will be probably in this for 2 to 3 hours. We just broke a reefing line for our first reef, so we have our second reef in, which isn't a huge deal. But our clue point is also broke, so now we can't have our full sail up or our first reef in. So we'll have, once it calms down, we'll have to sort through all that stuff. Pretty wild. 1,600 more miles. I'll give you a tour of what the boat looks like when you go through crap like this. Ruby's roof fell down, ceiling. It's exciting. How we doing?
Good.
Did you like sailing?
I used to, but now I'm thinking maybe not.
Rough day, huh? Emmer, do you like sailing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Owen?
Yeah.
You're all geared up for it.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes. First line of day. So you can see just on the left-hand side the storm, and we're trying to cut up through the through this northeast part, and then immediately turn left and hopefully stay out of this crazy crap over here. It's wild. So it's like 8 a.m., which is crazy. It's still so dark. It's always a glorious thing to see the light. So we are in the eye of the storm. Now the flight is totally still There's been quite a bit of lightning to our west, but we still have got to make our way up and around and then to the west. It's so nerve-wracking. I want to cry. It has been just horrible. From the sea to try and work around this low pressure system, and our plan is working, which is awesome. And it's actually been a very pleasant day of sailing today. But we're now like 200 miles out of the way of where we are going. 350 is what we decided that it added. 350 miles is what we added to go up and around the storm system. So, latest and greatest fun thing that happened. So on a boat, we have sensors that tell us where the wind's coming from, like which direction, and then it tells us what the wind speed is. And we run everything, all of our sails. We have a graph that we know exactly what sails we can use at what wind speeds, angles that we can go up to X amount of wind speed. And so it's very detailed in what you can and can't do to keep your boat safe. Anyway, our whole system went down. So that was very exciting, and so for the last 2 hours, hour and a half, we've been frantically digging through the whole boat trying to find. We thought we had a extra wind sensor that we're gonna try and replace on top of the mast. And then we ended up, I posted something on the Facebook, the Outremer Facebook group, and someone just mentioned something about the Wi-Fi box with NKE autopilot system. And so we just randomly disconnected it, and it didn't do anything. And then we ended up we didn't even mean to. We reset the system on accident, and then when it came back on, everything popped back on. So it was many answers to many prayers, just where we're at, and it's pretty discouraging. We're almost halfway, and now we've backtracked so much, and just it's been horrible. Gina's been so sick and miserable, and so that's been horrible, hard for the whole family to watch, and there's not much we can do to help her. So anyway, it's a huge tender mercy that we're able to fix it. Yeah, it's honestly, today's been a beautiful day though. The weather's been awesome. We had this low pressure come in, so it brought some cold air in, but this morning when I was out on the trampoline changing the sails, we were getting all splashed and the water was super warm, and that excited me so much to get to the Caribbean. So pretty pumped. So I started saying earlier, we think we made the right decision by coming up around the tide of the storm. And if you can see, we're now at the top northern side of it, but you can see all the way around us the storm. Actually dissipates clear out there, but pretty wild. Very scary.
Makes me feel alive. Nothing new under the sun.
So I totally forgot, and I've laughed about this so many times. Last night I took over shift at I think it was like 1 or so in the morning, and I'm sitting there just minding my own business, just sailing along, and all of a sudden I get hit in the face right here with a flying fish, and it hit me so hard, and I didn't see it coming at all. I screamed so loud, and the whole boat kind of running to my aid. I'm sure I was okay, but immediately started to realize what it was, and I was like, I'm okay. Anyway, it was a very good experience. We've had probably 20 flying fish on boats, and the kids just love it. So it's fun. We have to throw them all off, and so now in the front there's scales all over the place.
Tell me, where's this love I hear is so divine? Well, I could never have been ready for this. I think I should start letting you in.
All of a sudden, got 25 knots of wind, and I got so cold. And then we looked out back and realized what we were about to get swallowed up by. Eat that! Gina's alive.
I'm alive.
She's feeding us all. Thank you. Wild ride today. So just today we've done 142, average speed 11 knots. Killing it. Alright, what's the first thing you're gonna do when you get to land?
Oh, I'm gonna go swimming and go get some coconuts off the beach.
Coconuts. Ruby?
Probably go swimming and play on the sea bobs and go get coconuts.
I love it. Mama?
I will be crying tears of joy.
Owen?
Probably use our little sailboat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited to use that.
I'm excited to use the sea bobs.
Just had a fish land. We are on day 10. So we went around that big storm, and now we're trying to get out into some wind. Right now, we only have 8 knots of wind, so we're trying to find some great wind, which is further west, and then we'll cut straight south to get down to Guadalupe. But we just spotted our first boat in 8 days. Most exciting thing we've ever seen. What are we having? Lunch. This is almost the last fresh stuff we have. We have a few more in there. Oh, we do! Woo! There's Hermé! Woo! French finest. Owen,
Yeah.
who's the man?
I am.
I just need a boat.
Owen just got a lesson.
I had a simple struggle.
Chef. Well, we just blew out our big spinnaker. I think it's repairable. I hope so. We're pushing it as hard as we're right on the border of what we should and shouldn't do, and so I'm not surprised. We have like 700 more miles to go, so it's a bummer. But after tomorrow, well, yeah, tomorrow, I don't think we really could have used it, and the wind, just how the wind is. So, oh well, we'll lose a bit of time, a few hours, and oh well, we're excited. We have about 3 more days. We will be swimming in the water.
Hi, so we are just out in the ocean. Our pretty view. Water, more water, and all the way around, it's just water. Why is this zoomed in all the way? Let's zoom out. Yeah, how's it going? Bye.